Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jack, this is Jthbooks, and it's time. The Unhaul project continues. As you know, I have done a few unhauls before. I'll link them down below. It's a bit of a project of mine that every so often, this place, this tiny bedroom I have, gets very crowded with books, and it's happened again. If you watched my recent Every Unread Book on my TBR video, I'll link that down below, you will see that I had an astronomical amount of unread books, and that's just the unread ones. That is just the unread ones. I can't have that. It's too many books. It's sort of like making me feel a bit funny. So I need to get rid of some. I would like to be able to walk on my floor again, really, like all the way through my bedroom without having to step over piles of books. That would be nice. That would be nice. And yeah, I just need some to go. I just do. I can't help that. We need that. So we'll do it like we always do. We'll do shelf by shelf, and then at the end we'll have a chin wag, and we'll have a look at all the ones I'm getting rid of, but some books have got to go. And now I'm a bit, if you've been here before, you know, I'm a bit of a keeper of books. I'm a bit of a keeper. If I love them, I want to keep them. But I think I'm going to keep the only ones I really loved. Like, if I've read them and I've enjoyed them, I think some of them are still going to go. We'll see how good I actually am at that, because you know, I say one thing and I do another. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of some that I did enjoy and pass on. As you know, the ones that I brought will go to the oh, I hit my hand. The ones that I brought will go to the book exchange at my work. There's nothing happier. That makes me happier, should I say, that when somebody takes one of the books from the book exchange at work that I put on there, it makes me feel like a librarian. It makes me feel like a bookseller. It makes me feel like just great. What I don't like is when I pick up a book that I put in there, they go, no, and put it back. And I'm just standing there watching, and I can feel a tiny little bit of my heart break. And any ARCs, we'll recycle them, and let's go. Let's get rid of some books, because boy, oh boy, do I need it. So as always, we'll start with this shelf. I think the top two shelves are pretty safe. There's some ones I'm going to get rid of in this stack here. There's definitely some going to be going from here. I think that shelf is basically... Okay, I've seen one get rid of. I'll pull one out, so make this, a tiny bit interesting for you. I've read this one in your vlogs. I've read it. I'm never going to read it again, so this can go. Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. And I'm going to grab the other ones off there now, and then we'll move on to the next shelf. That's pretty successful. I got a few off there. Now we're going to go on to the quiz shelves, which, as you know, when I do this, not very many come off the quiz shelves. You know, they sort of stay pretty safe, don't they? But we'll have a look. You never know. You absolutely never know. Because I'm feeling brutal today. I'm feeling brutal. Books are going. So the quiz shelves. So there's a couple in this stack. The 2 by Laura Kay. I'm going to get rid of them. But I'm pretty sure everything was going to be pretty safe. There's some ARCs up here, actually, which I've got the finished copy of, so I'm going to get rid of some of them. These 2 books here are going to go because they got sent by mistake. So they can go. Put them back there so I don't have to carry them. But I'm pretty sure everything else is safe. There's not my fan there. I need that. Oh, there's a couple there on the fantasy shelf. Actually, at the bottom, just down here, I'm going to get rid of. But everything else is pretty safe. And, of course, I've got so many to add to this shelf. So I really could do bring some of them. Ignore the 2 copies of Private Rights there by Julie Armfield. Ignore that. Because apparently I did, and I'm not getting rid of them. Actually, that was pretty successful on there. That was more than I thought it was going to be. There was a few sort of behind the bottom shelf as well that I forgot I kept. So they've gone too. I told you, I'm being ruthless this time. Wait to the end, I've got like 5 books, and you'll be like, ruthless, what are you talking about? But no, it's not going to be that. It's not going to be that. Now, I'm going to show you the shelf above my telly, but I already know nothing come from there because it's just my little fun shelf. And then I'll show you the YA shelves, and I feel like I need to get rid of some from there because I can see the shelf like buckling where it's so heavy. God, get a grip, Jack. You can't have this many books. You see, this is just safe. I'm thinking about taking one of these on my holiday too, just for like a little fun read. And there's my little Shrine to Jisoo. I love her. But yeah, this is safe. This shelf is safe. I can't help that. This shelf here, however, which is guarded by Princess Leia and Kylo in there. We know what I'm getting rid of, don't we? We know these Violent Delights. It's going. But what else? I'm going to have a look behind, but I don't think there's going to be much from this shelf going, which I guess is a good thing. Ignore my iPad charging there. Got a very important video call later that I don't want. I need my iPad for it. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. I'm going to have a check behind, but I think this is pretty safe from the chopping block, this shelf. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just the one of that one. It was just the one. Okay, that's fine. I had to go get a drink because I was thirsty. And I know I'm supposed to be drinking less, but you know, it's a treat day. We're unhauling books. You know, something's got to be joyful. And in this case, it's a Pepsi Max. So we have a swig, and then we're going to go above my bed, the shelf up there, which I really want to get rid of someone there because they're piling on top, and I don't like that. I don't like that. I like things to look nice and neat. I would say that, then I'm going to show you behind the camera, like sort of the non-fiction, the book trolley, and you're going to be like, neat. You think things are neat, and you see that stack of books up there, but let's go. Let's have a look. Okay, here it is. Here it is. You see, I sort of do want to read all these. I tell you what I am going to get rid of. Well, let me take them down because they're going to fall. I'm going to get rid of this. And this. I read them both. Enjoyable. Somebody else can read them. My sister, I might want to read one of them actually. So I might see if she wants that. But I just don't think there's anything else. That really hasn't got rid of much, has it? Not as hopeful as I thought. Let me have a quick look through and then, you know, really be thorough, and then we'll have a chat. Oh, that wasn't very successful at all. I made like one gap. And I did take no one off, but that's behind, so that doesn't help like the overstacking problem, but oh well. Oh well. I kind of knew that was going to happen. I feel like I'm going to keep looking up there because I'm going to be like, there's another one that can go. Was there? Is there? But there's not. There's not right now. They want to be read, which is a good thing. I know it's a good thing. But now, this is the time when I'm going to ask you, because we are friends, and this is a judgment-free zone, that when I show you behind, we're not. There's not going to be judged. There's going to be no judgments. Okay, please. Okay. Remember, be nice. But a lot of these are going to go. I feel like I'm really going to do well here. So let's go. I told you. I did tell you. Look, tell you what happened. You see like these here. I won a competition, which I never win anything in life. If you've been here a while, you know I am a bit of a loser. But I won, and I have nowhere to put them. But I need to get rid of some of these. Desperately. I'm going to really look at this pile behind these. Really start out this book trolley. And I think you're going to be really proud of me. And I will actually show you the after of this one, if it looks good. If you don't see it, I haven't done as well as I thought. That looks better, doesn't it? Need two smaller piles. That looks much better. If you don't agree, you're probably right, not me. So, let's go through the book, shall we? Now, first up, we'll start with this shelf and the ones I got rid of from this shelf, which were Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. I've just had this for ages. I've heard terrible things about this. I'm just not going to read it. And this one, of course, I read, enjoyed it, but I'm never going to read it again. And I think some people will really enjoy this one, so I'd like to pass it on. Good Intentions by Kasim Ali. Diamond Hill by Kit Owens. Diamond Hill by Kit Fan. And the book that's gone and come back and it's going again. It is Soldier Sailor by Claire Kilroy. So next up we have the queer shelf, which actually didn't, you know, we did take a few off there, more than I thought we were going to. So let's go through those. In the Ravenous Dark by A.M. Strickland. I've just owned it for so long. I've never read it. Let's get rid of it. She Who Became the Sun by Shelley Parker Chan. I read this. I didn't love it. I didn't buy the matching finished copy from Illuma Crate, so I don't need to keep it. Cryer's War and Ironheart by Nina Varela. The Split and Wild Things by Laura Kay. Where There Was Fire and Business Casual. These were sent to me by mistake. They contacted me and said, you know, we didn't mean to send you those ones. So I didn't ask for these or anything. So I'm not going to keep them. But this is quite popular, this one, I know that much. How to Leave the House by Nathan Newman, not a massive favourite of mine, so I'm not going to keep this one. Henry by Alan Bratton, I've been sent a finished copy, so I'll keep the finished copy. Evenings and Weekends by Ocean McKenna, again, I've been sent a finished copy, one of my favourites of the year so far. Devotion by Hannah Kent, really enjoyed this one. I haven't read it, I'm not going to reread it, so it can go to someone else. Dangerous Kingdom of Love by Neil Blackmore. And then, don't be mad at me, but I am getting rid of my TJ Klune books. I'm just not a fan. Not for me. He's not for me. That, you know, if he's for you, good for you. He's just not for me. Now, from the books from my little shelf that's under my telly, sort of my YA shelf, we are getting rid of these Violent Delights, because as you know, I wasn't a massive fan if you've watched the vlog. And I'm getting rid of Where Sleeping Girls Lie by Frida Abike Amide. And then from the bookshelf above my bed, which I really wanted to tackle and it didn't go great, I'm getting rid of Magpie by Elizabeth Day. Read this one, and I think my best friend's wife might want this one, so I'm going to see if she wants that. My Sister the Serial Killer. I thought I got rid of this, but it turns out I still have it, and I've listened to the audiobook now. Quite enjoyed it, so no need to keep this. Really Good Actually by Monica Heisey. And then we have a few more, well, quite a few from the behind me. So I'm pleased about this. First up, we have Of Salt and Sorrow. I read this. I really actually enjoyed it, but I think someone else enjoyed it. I'm never going to reread it, so someone else can have this. With This Kiss by Kerry Hope Fletcher. My sister actually read this, even though it's mine, and she really enjoyed it, but I think this will go down a treat on the book exchange at work. Then we have Nate Plus One, The Five Wound, The Consequences, which is a short story collection. If I Can Give You That. This pack is not as. Most of these are going because my taste, you know, I'm reading YA very rarely these days, and it's definitely only sort of a certain kind of YA that I'm interested in. So, and a lot of these are YA, so I'm sorry, but I don't want to be harsh, but I need the room. Somebody else can enjoy them. That's the beauty of it. Against the Stars, Crying in H Mark, which is not YA, and I really like this, but I might buy the finished paperback copy of it. The First to Die at the End, I have 2 copies of this, and I have the spray. I'll keep the nice one, the sprayed edition, and I'll get rid of this one. The Wedding Heard Around the World. I read this maybe in June. It was fine, but I said I was going to keep it then, and I'm sticking to my word. An Invisible Man, I read this for the Polari Prize last year. I don't need to keep it, even though I did quite enjoy it. A Power Unbound, which is the 3rd in the series, but I didn't love the first one, didn't read the second one, so I'm not going to, but I am interested in their new trilogy, which I have a proof of, so I'm going to read that one instead. A Magic Steeped in Poison, I've just had it for so long, it's not going to work. Men at War, Luke Channer, which is non-fiction, I read it, it was fine, had some good bits, had some bits I didn't like, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Grow Where They Fall, I didn't really like this one at all, if you remember, so I'm definitely getting rid of this one. And Leg, and again, a non-fiction I quite enjoyed, but I have other non-fiction I'd like to keep, so I'm going to make some room in my shelf and get rid of this. These 3 are just because I own multiple copies of them, so, you know, I'm just getting rid of them because I don't need more than 1 copy. But we have Bellies, Flip the Script, and Just By Looking at Them. Like I said, they're all just second copies, so I don't need 2. The Office of Historical Corrections, I just had it for so long, I keep thinking to myself, I'll read that one day, but I'm not going to, I haven't, so... The Charm Offensive, again, I already have a copy of this. I don't need a second one. And The Great Divide, I just haven't picked it up yet. And it come out like 4 months ago. So, A Very Large Expanse of Sea. I did really enjoy this when I read it, but I'm just never going to reread it. So I'll put this on the book exchange at work. Now, I do have some that, like, are maybes that I'm thinking of getting rid of. I'm thinking of getting rid of this set, the City of Brass. I don't know what they're called, but they're the Freylo editions. I had them for so long, I don't think I'm going to read them. But, like I said, just thinking about it. And I was thinking about getting with Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. You know, I read it, I enjoyed it. Do I need to keep a copy? Probably not. But it's my sister's name, so... I'm still thinking about it. But let's have a count and see how many I get rid of. I didn't think it was going to be as many as this, so I'm quite pleased. So, without counting the ones I'm thinking about, that was 49, which is very annoying. I would like it to be 50. I'm not going to lie to you. I really would like it to be 50. So I'm going to find another one to get rid of and make it 50. But I want to thank you all so much for watching. Always a hard thing to unhaul books, but sometimes they just got to go. And I like making more room. I like giving them away to people, and you know, sometimes you change your taste just changes, doesn't it? It is simple as that. Let someone else enjoy what you're not going to. I love that. Let me know Should I have kept any of these? Am I making a huge mistake? Which ones would you have got rid of? What was your last unhaul? Just have a chat with me in the comments. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'm going to speak to you all really, really soon.